The following is a special presentation of Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our latest installment of the Hometown Football League. This is game 47 out of what we hope will be 105, 90 regular season games, 18 weeks, 5 games a week, and then the 15 postseason games. Today we're in the North Division, first of 2 stops. It's going to be Detroit and Cincinnati today at Paul Brown Stadium. Cincinnati favored by 5. A 43-degree day for this Floridian, 0 to 10 miles an hour, and no precip in the forecast. We'll see Kenny Anderson, who is the top-rated passer right now in the HTFL, up against Barry Sanders, who so far has 687 yards and 5 touchdowns in 9 games. Bobby Lane will captain the Lions. I will control the Bengals as the home team. Coin flip will go Detroit's way. They will receive, and Cincinnati will be kicking into the wind. Detroit will also have the wind advantage for quarters 1 and 4. Cincinnati for 2 and 3. Cincinnati is in the orange, Detroit in the white. Watkins, Fendenbach, and Walker back deep. Dope Walker, I think. And it's taken by Watkins in front of the 5-yard line, and he finds a little crease and gains 29 yards to the 35. Your offensive starters for Detroit in their base formation will try to keep up with changes when Detroit changes formations and vice versa with Cincinnati. Sanders and Jones are your running back. Sanders is a 5 receiver. Jones is a 7. Moore a 10. Johnson an 8. Those are your wideouts. Sanders, Charlie Sanders, is a 6. He is the tight end. Lane, the quarterback out of Texas. And for the linemen, the blocking numbers are the numbers we will mention. Brown is a 9. Stanfill is a 9. Glover an 8. Sewell an 8. Creekmore is an 8. And that's your offensive line for the Lions, who come in 5 and 4 and looking to climb up the ladder a little bit in North Division. Cincinnati is 6 and 3. 1st and 10 from the 35. Lane wears 22, throws a completion to Charlie Sanders. That's a gain of 12 and a first down. Against Cleveland last week, he went 26 for 51, 351 yards, 1 pick, 2 touchdowns. Defensively, for Cincinnati, it's Dunlap an 8, and these are their defender numbers. Smith is an 8. Those are your defensive ends. Atkins and Reed are both 9s. They are your defensive tackles. Spikes, Berge and Burfict are a 9, a 9, and an 8. Those are your linebackers. Parrish and Ken Riley are both 9s. Casanova and Nelson's are both 8s. So Detroit would be better off probably going to the running backs and the tight ends on the passes, since they're a little weaker at the safety positions than they are at corner. 1st and 10 at the 47. We'll do Cincinnati's offense and Detroit's defense in a little bit. A sack there by Atkins, who we were just mentioning. A loss of 9. My dental problems are gone. They pop up and they fester for like about 3 or 4 days or so. And then what the key is to drink a lot of salt water, which I have done. So it's, knock on wood, gone away. And I'm feeling way better today than I had been before. I drank coffee, felt no pain, and I like to drink my coffee in the morning. 2nd and 19 at the 38. It's Lane looking to throw. He's got Herman Moore, a pickup of 14 yards. Ken Riley on the stop for the Bengals, which sets up a 3rd and 5. Lane off to a hot start, 2 for 2, 26 yards. We're only 2 minutes into this game. And that's a nice gain for Barry Sanders. Longest catch of the year, 43 yards. We told you that Detroit should go to their running backs and their tight ends. That's exactly what happened. And Barry Sanders, not with his rushes, but with a catch, has made a big gain. 1st and goal at the 5 for Detroit. Knocking on the door here. That's an incompletion. Lane was looking for James Jones, the former Florida Gator. He's now 3 for 4. A 2nd and goal at the 5. Lane's going to run, and he's got Pater. Touchdown,
the previous play
Lions.
Is under review.
We think. Hang on. We'll wait the referee's
Upon
verdict.
further review, the runner was stopped short of the end zone.
Okay, so you heard the ruling. In the HTFL, all scores and turnovers are looked at. Each team has just one challenge to use, and there is no, if you get the challenge right, you get another one. Kind of like in tennis. Third and goal, ball just inches off the goal line, and Lane throws an incompletion. He was looking for, don't know who he was looking for. It was such a bad throw. Spikes was draped all over the receiver, whoever he was. So it's 4th and goal. I'll watch for a fake field goal here. Kick is going to be 18 yards, no, 17, and Eddie Murray, who's been a very dependable kicker for the Lions throughout season 2, his kick is good, and Detroit leads 3-0. Watson, Jones, Brooks back deep for Cincinnati, and this is returnable, and it was Watson, a return of just 16 yards out to the 17. Let's set the Cincinnati offense for you. The receiving numbers on Dillon and Kennebrew are 3 and a 2. Ushmansada is a 9. Green is an 8. Those are your running backs. Ross is a 7. Kevin Ross, he's the tight end. Anderson, the quarterback. Munoz, a 10-plus blocker. Steinbach, an 8. Johnson, an 8. Montoya, an 8. And Anderson, a 9. So they're weak in the middle, so look for Dillon to run the ball with a lot of pitches and sweeps. And they'll probably be better off. In fact, it's going to be a pitch to Corey here. Corey Dillon in the double tight end set. No gain. And when they go double tight end, that brings in Bob Trumpy. And he is a 6. Defensively, for the Detroit Lions, Porcher is a 9. Baker is an 8. Those are your DEs, defensive ends. Karras, a 9. Brown, a 9. Those are your defensive tackles. Walker, a 9. Wayne Walker. Schmidt, a 10. Joe Schmidt. Williams is a 7. Those are your linebackers. Dahl and Larry are both 10s, and they are your corners. Hunter and Quinn are both 8s, so Cincinnati should probably employ the same strategy that Detroit is. Go to the running backs, go to the tight ends. In fact, we'll do that right now. A hitch to Dan Ross. I said he was Kevin Ross. That's a completion to Hujmansada. Dahl on the tackle after just 2 yards. And it's 3rd and 8. We'll go to Collinsworth on the slant on 3rd and 8, number 80. And that's an incompletion. And here comes your punt by Pat McAnally on 4th and 8 from the 19. Detroit will get it back. A fair catch by Mandley. The punt went 41 yards. Detroit starts from their own 40. So here's Detroit with the ball. Al, Red Sox fan, mentioned Alex Karras being a wrestler. He was in the movie Babe, as Al was mentioning in one of his recent chats. George Zaharias, who was the husband of Babe Dickerson Zaharias. I got that name butchered, all butchered. Hang on, folks. I'm going to look this up, but it was Babe D, and I'm going to stop right here and just look up her name. But yeah, Alex Karras was a real-life professional wrestler who briefly feuded with Dick the Bruiser in Detroit. Babe Didrikson Zaharias, who was a golfer, died a little too soon at the age of just 45 from cancer, and was one of the greatest women athletes of the time. 2nd and 6 at the 44. I apologize for the delay, but Lane took a timeout anyway, so it was kind of justified. 2nd and 6 at the 44. But yeah, Alex Karras in the offseason did wrestle professionally on occasion. That snap fumbled. Atkins pounced on it, and the Bengals have the ball. and did have a one-time feud with Dick the Bruiser. So, like many wrestlers back when they weren't making a hell of a lot, Karras wrestled in the offseason, and you saw a lot of pro wrestlers wrestle in the offseason. Leo Namalini, Wahoo McDaniel, just to name a few. And Dick the Bruiser was Dick Afils who played for the Green Bay Packers. Okay, enough of me. Off tackle right, Corey Dillon, double tight end set on first and 10. He gains 1. Williams on the stop, setting up a 2nd and 9. We're going to look to Ross, the tight end, on a medium crossing route. 2nd and 9 at the 38. And Cincinnati having trouble. Montoya was hurt on that play. He will return in a few. Zeitler, out of Wisconsin comes in. He is an 8 guard. By the way, Len Barney comes in when the Bengals go 3 wide. Great corner. Played in the 70s. And we'll look to Collinsworth on a medium fly route, 3rd and 9 from the 38, and that's another incompletion. So Ken Anderson, who had the best rating in the HTFL coming in, is now 1 for 4. Not much of a chance for a field goal here, so we'll just pooch punt it with Pat McAnally. We'll see how good he does. And it was Manley taking it at the 7. He did risk it and got the biscuit because he ran it back 5 yards. The punt went 31. So the net will be 26. 7:27 left if you're just tuning into this portion of the stream or the video, whatever you would like to call it. 1st and 10 at the 12. Lane looking, and a penalty.
Pass interference, defense. Number 55, 5-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
Perfect, called for the pass interference. It's now a 1st and 10, 5 yards up at the 17. A little bit of a warm day here in Pinellas County, Florida, USA. I'm recording this March 8, 2022. It's been well into the 80s most days as of late. So there. 2nd and 6 at the 21. We are expecting a cold snap by the weekend. Probably be the last one of the year. Or last one until October when it starts getting cold again. That was to Moore, incomplete. Riley provided good coverage. And now it's 3rd and 6. We'll see what Bobby Lane can do here. Pass in the flat for Sanders, deflected by Perfect. But he can't hang on, and it's incomplete. 4th and 6. Detroit with a slight wind advantage. Earl Morrill in the punt. And a good punt it was. Jones returned at 7. The punt went 47. So it was a net of 30. We'll sweep left, actually, because it's a slightly better play with Corey Dillon on 1st and 10. And that's a gain of 2. Schmidt on the stop. Cincinnati not able to do anything that well offensively so far in this game. 6:07 left. They have run 7 plays and have only gained 5 yards. We'll go Kennebrew on a screen in the double tight end set. 2nd and 8. Pass is complete. And Kennebrew, a little spark here for the Bengals. A 1st down, a pickup of 9. And Williams on the stop for the Lions. We'll go to the base formation. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And we're going to go play action. Medium fly to Dan Ross on 1st and 10 from the 50. Looked like he was open, but just for a moment, Schmidt got to it. Incomplete, intended for Ross. And now Anderson's 2 for 6 for 11 yards. They'll go 3 wide and look to A.J. Green for the first time. Medium crossing route, 2nd and 10. Anderson's not a bad scrambler either. We might have to use that too. And that's another incompletion. So Detroit playing good defense. Anderson now 2 for 7 for 11 yards. We'll go 4 wide. We'll see who that brings in just a moment. Pickens will be the 4th wide out. And we'll go his way on a medium hitch. Carl Pickens out of Tennessee. Pickens got it, but he did not get the first. He gained 7. Slay is the dime back out of Mississippi State. Let's just show you him for a moment. 4th and 3 from the 43, and again, Bengals will have to punt. Here's McAnally. They're going to try a sideline punt. Didn't turn over, but was still effective. Manley made a fair catch at the 11, a 32-yard punt. No, 3-0, not no score, because the Lions kicked the field goal. 3:34 left to go opening quarter. Lions seem to be doing the better of the two teams at this point, but if you watched our game last night between Washington and New England was very dominant in the first half, but Washington came back in the second and made it a game. I'm not going to spoil the ending for you, but you'll just have to watch that video. 1st and 10 at the 11. It's Lane. That's a throw to Creekmore, the right tackle, batted by Dunlap, which made it a free ball for Creekmore. And let's just show you him out of William and Mary. Played on those early 50s Lions teams that appeared in several NFL championship games. That's a gain of 1, 2nd and 9 at the 12. Screen here to Jones, and Mr. Jones picks up 6. Takeo Spikes made the tackle there for Cincy. 2:43 now left in the opening frame, as they say in bowling. 3rd and 3 at the 18. It's Lane throwing in the flat to Moore. That's a gain of 13. Riley pushing him out of bounds for a first down at the 31. As I record this on March 8th, we'll do this play. Barry Sanders picking up 7. They have not used, that was the first carry for Sanders, and we're 1:18 left in the first quarter. On this March 8th, there was a big trade in the NFL. Russell Wilson, the longtime Seattle quarterback, going to Denver. 2nd and 3 at the 38. Here's Lane to Moore, a gain of 16. 1st and 10 at the 46. So that might be a missing piece of the puzzle for the Broncos. And will make for a very competitive AFC West this year. That's a nice throw to Herman Moore, a gain of 21. Bobby Lane, 8 for 21. He's doing what Kenny Anderson cannot do. 8 for 12, 126. He's finding his receivers. 1st and 10 at the 25. It's Lane wearing 22. A screen to Jones again. A pickup of 4. 2 catches from 10 yards for Jones. He has 1 carry for 4. And by the way, we have gone past the first quarter. That was the first play of the second. So it's 3-0. Lions leading. At this point, Detroit has 18 plays, 136 yards. 13 of those plays were passes. Cincinnati, 11 plays for just 21 yards. 8 have been passes. 2nd and 6 at the Cincinnati 21. Detroit looking to expand their lead. That was Jones gaining 6, but short of the first down on the tackle was Spikes, who's getting a lot of tackles in this game. So 3rd and inches at the 15, and Cincinnati did not look ready. They call timeout. Each team now down to 2 for the remainder of the half, of which we have 13:43 remaining. 3rd and inches at the 15. It's Lane throwing to Jones, and Mr. Jones with an 8-yard gain. Berge on the stop, and Lane just killing it right now. 10 for 14, 138 yards. 1st and goal at the 7. It is Sanders, dropped behind the line by Spikes, who's everywhere right now for Cincinnati. I don't know how many tackles he has at this moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if later in the game we get the notification that he has had more than 10 tackles. He's already been a factor in this contest. 2nd and goal at the 8. It's going to be Lane and pass interference here.
Defense. Number 27, automatic, first down.
They get Nelson for pass interference. Move the ball to the 1-yard line. Usually I like to wait for the officials to make the call, but that looked kind of obvious. A 1st and goal at the 1. Detroit looking for 6 here, which they didn't get the first time, and it's Jones. A touchdown. Lions to make it 9-0. Point after. Goodbye, Wayne Walker, and it's 10-0. I know it's Wayne Walker because he used to be a place kicker. back in the days before soccer-style kickers. Watson back deep, and Cincinnati has work to do. Watson caught it in front of his own 5.
Illegal
moved it
block.
out to
Receiving
the
team.
21. But as you hear there, an illegal block is going to move Cincinnati back to their own 9-yard line. Outside run. Dillon on 1st and 10. He will be pushed out by Dahl after a gain of 7. Dillon, 4 carries, 10 yards. They'll go Kennebrew on a dive on 2nd and 3, and he will gain just a couple. Wayne Walker making the tackle. And it's 3rd and a yard. And we are going to go Kenny Anderson on a quarterback dive. He was a good scrambler in his day, and he's got a first. A pickup of 5 yards. And it's 1st and 10 at the 23. We're going to pitch it. We're going to pitch it left to Corey Dillon in the double tight end set. And Dillon will get a couple. Schmidt on the tackle for the Lions, who lead 10-0 at this point. Single back double tight end formation this time. It's going to be a play-action medium pass to Hushman Sada on 2nd and 8. Try that formation. That was a fastball to Green. Found his hands. A gain of 6. 3rd and 2. What do you do? We're going to run it inside, and we're going to go to Dillon. And Dillon short. Short of the first down. Schmidt with the tackle, and they were inches shy of the first down. So it's going to be 4th and inches at the 33. And with Cincinnati down 10-0, I'm going to fake it. McAnally will run, and he gets the first down, a pickup of a yard, which is all of what Cincinnati needed. Well done. Once in a while, I like to do a little fake. Pitch right, Corey Dillon, 1st and 10 at the 34. Keep the ball moving with the running game. And it's Dillon picking up 9. Montoya remains in the game, again shaken up. He is the 8 blocker right guard. 2nd and a yard. And if you know me, there is something I like to do on 2nd and 1, 2nd and inches. That's to hurl the bomb, because it's almost like a free play. And we're going to bomb it to A.J. Green in the base formation. And there's the throw. Can Green get to it? Yes, he can. Touchdown, Bengals. Longest catch of the year for Green, 57 yards. And the Bengals cut it to 10-6. With 5:43 left in the opening part of the half. Well, getting into the latter stages of the half. Point after try. Good by Graham, and it's 10-7.
5-yard penalty.
And Wayne Walker called for offside, so he plays on the extra point special teams of the Detroit defense. So instead of kicking from the 35, Cincinnati will kick from the 40. Watkins back deep, and I'll bet you anything. No, it is not a touchback. It was taken by
illegal block. Receiving
Watkins.
Team, 10-yard penalty.
And Leclerc made the tackle at the 25, but an illegal block is going to back Detroit to the 10. So a possible turning point in this game with 5:34 left in the half. Lane evades the rush. Riley nearly came up with that one. Moore made a dive for it, also couldn't get to it. And Lane is now 10 of 15 for 138 yards. Anderson now up to 5 for 10, 81 yards and a touchdown. There's your quarterbacks comparison. 2nd and 10, that is a dump to Johnson, gain of 7. I don't think Johnson was the intended receiver there. They had Moore doubled, and Lane read it well. 3rd and 3 at the 17. 5:10 to go. That was intended for Charlie Sanders. Montez Burfict got a hand on that. Incomplete. 4th and 3. And here come the Bengals. Punt by Earl Morrill. And Jones will return it. 10 yards. 46-yard punt, a 36-yard net. Cincinnati has the wind advantage. And with 4:16 left to go, in the half. They trail now 10-7. They're better rushing the ball than Detroit has been. 3.1 a carry to Detroit's 2.6. And we're going to sweep it left with Corey Dillon on 1st and 10. See how far he gets, and he'll get nothing and like it. Porsche making the tackle. Second and 10, I beg your pardon, slightly ahead of myself. Fly route to Dan Ross, the tight end. And that's right on target, a gain of 14. Anderson threw for 343 against St. Louis, 24 for 32, 1 pick, 3 scores. 1st and 10 at the 39, or as they say in cricket, 3 sixes. Sweep left Dillon on 1st and 10 from the 39. And Dillon still no gain there. He is now at 9 carries and 23 yards. Hope you all are having a good day. And that'll be the 2-minute warning as Cincinnati lets the clock run down to 2. Each team with 2 timeouts left. They each have their challenge remaining. And on 2nd and 10 from the 39, we will screen it to Corey Dillon. And instead, that was batted at the line by Porsche, an incompletion. 74% chance that was going to be complete, but not to be. Medium fly, Chris Collinsworth without Al Michaels on 3rd and 10. He's got it. Pick up a 15. Looking like he'll be teaming with Mike Tirico next year, or as when we get to the football season in September. And the clock running with 1:38, so Cincinnati goes no huddle. Medium out to Green, 1st and 10 from 24. That's incomplete. Anderson threw that away. 2nd and 10. We'll screen it to Dillon. We'll try that again. And this time, Dillon's got it, and he's got an opening and a house call. Touchdown, Bengals. Football's a 60-minute game, and you never know when it's going to turn around. The Bengals with 13 unanswered, with the extra point to come to make it 14. And there it is. Graham puts it through. 14-10. And we're down to 1:06 left until halftime. And Cincinnati did not have to burn any timeouts in the effort. Watkins back deep for Detroit. It's a touchback. And it's 1st and 10. From there, at the 20-yard line, we use the traditional NFL rules and put it at the 20. Jones has been killing the Bengals with the screen passes. That's a gain of 15. No, I don't want to call time, but Detroit might. They do. They have 1 left. Let's get you the latest stats on Jones receiving. 4 catches for 33. He has 3 carries for 11. 2. 1st and 10 at the 35. It's going to go to Jones again, who they've been using rushing the ball as opposed to Barry Sanders. You kind of wonder what's wrong with Barry Sanders. And Detroit will call their last timeout. They're down to 45 seconds. 2nd and 2 at the 43. Lane going to give it a ride. Incomplete. Looking for more. Drilled by Riley. 3rd and 2 with the 43 with 37 ticks on the clock. Screen to Sanders. Sanders had a big play receiving the ball in the first quarter. He picks up 11. It's a 1st down with 24 seconds left. Can Detroit get another playoff? They do. And Lane going for the bundle, but incomplete. And that is your first half. Cincinnati 14, Detroit 10, and we'll be right back after this 15 seconds. If you like the video you're watching, feel free to use the Amazon link provided. I'll put it in the description down below. And we're back for the second half. Big Pauly coming to you. Detroit, 30 plays, 191 yards. 21 of their plays were passes. Cincinnati, 27, $1.65. 15 of their plays are passes. They get the ball to start the second half. I mentioned the news earlier. Russell Wilson, now a Denver Bronco, pending a physical and everything being crossed and dotted. Watson back deep for Cincinnati. taken by one of the upbacks, and he's made a good return there. That was Jones. Pick up a 29 to the 39. And Cincinnati starts from there. 1st and 10 from the 20. And we're going to start the game with play action, and we're going to look to Hujmansada, the lone wideout. Anderson's going to run with it. That's a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7 at the 42. We go double tight. We go Dillon. And it's going to be a pitch to the right side. 2nd and 7. And Dillon picking up a 1st down, 7 yards. Dahl making the tackle. Don Dahl for the Lions. A 1st and 10 at the 49. And with Cincinnati having a wind advantage, we're going to go play action long to Hujmansada. 1st and 10 from the 49. He's got it. That's a pickup of 16. Had a good game against the Maroons last week, St. Louis Maroons, because we can't call them Cardinals, because that's the Arizona franchise in the HTFL. 5 catches, 73 yards, 1 touchdown. A 1st and 10 from the 35. Now we'll go 3 wide, and we are going to actually run it off tackle with Corey Dillon. But Detroit playing a 4-2 short tight nickel, so we're going to go long fly to Collinsworth. Yes, I am. And that's what I want to do. And Collinsworth, he was wide open, but batted by Barney, an incompletion. 2nd and 10, the ball at the 35 still. We have 12:23 left in the 3rd. How about off tackle right, Corey Dillon? We're in the base formation. That is going to be nothing. Brown made the stop. So on 3rd and 10, we'll go medium pass. Put a man in motion this time. All he needs is a pair of wheels. We'll go Green. No, that was not a political statement. We're going to A.J. Green. 3rd and 10. And that's incomplete. So it's 4th and 10 at the 35. A field goal here is less than 50%. So we're going to punt. We're going to pooch it with Pat McAnally. Hope he could take a little something off of it, but he can't. It's a touchback. So Detroit gets it for the first time in the second half. They trail now 14-10 after a 10-0 lead early in the game. 11:31 now left in the 3rd. And Lane going for it, and it's incomplete. Moore was the intended receiver. Berge shook off a possible injury. 2nd and 10 at the 20. Screen, actually like a flat pass to Jones. Jones with a head of steam, a 17-yard gain. Spikes making the tackle. Jones, 5 catches for 50 yards, 4 catches for 19. He has outcarried Barry Sanders. And why wouldn't you use Barry Sanders if you had Barry Sanders? Here's Sanders now, and he gains 4 on the right side. Smith knocking him out. 2nd and 6 at the 41. Sometimes the AI in this game makes some frustrating decisions. There's a throw over the middle to Moore. Incomplete. Underthrown. Got to him on a hop. And that's not allowed in professional football. 3rd and 6 at the 41. Cincinnati was playing back. They drew to Jones. A draw play. He gained 3. 4th and 3. Morrill into punt. With 9:37, this is going to be inside the 15. I'll make a fair catch here. And actually fared a little better. Jones made the fair catch at the 17. A lot of Joneses in this game. 1st and 10, Cincinnati ball, looking to expand their lead, already up 4. Trap right, Corey Dillon. And Dillon will pick up a couple. Bubba Baker, making the tackle out of Colorado State. 2nd and 8. And we'll go Collinsworth on a short cross, number 80. And instead, it's to Green. He picked up the 1st down, though, a gain of 9. He had 8 grabs against the Maroons for 117 yards. Back to the double tight end set. We'll go outside, and we will look to Dillon, 1st and 10 at the 28. And that's a loss of 3. Baker with the TFL on that. Wow. Now I know this little rant of mine is not football related. Medium out to Collinsworth, 2nd and 13, and we're going to make it a medium fly instead because Detroit's playing short tight. Incompletion, and now Anderson is 10 out of 20. Major League Baseball, in an effort to end the lockout that's going on between the owners and the players, we're going to go to Ross on a medium slant, third and 13. And Ross not there, incomplete. Quinn providing good coverage. They made an agreement Sunday I do not agree with. McAnally will punt. They're proposing some ban in baseball on the shift, which I think is ridiculous. Detroit's ball, 1st and 10 at the 36. The shift has always been part of baseball. Going back to Ted Williams, Lou Boudreau came up with the idea of shift moving all the players on the one side of the field. You're penalizing teams that can play good defense is what you're doing, at the risk of contracts for good batting averages and so forth. 2nd and 10 at the 36. Lane throwing to Moore, but the timing not right. And it's going to be 3rd and 10. Riley got a good hit in on Moore. That was legal. 3rd and 10 at the 36. I don't think you should ban the shift. I think that's the shift is part of the tradition of baseball, and I really think MLB is really starting to step on some toes doing that. Moral in the punt on 4th and 10, not 3rd and 10. This isn't Canadian football. Jones made the grab, a 3-yard return. The punt went 37, so the net was 34. We'll run it outside with Corey Dillon, sweep left. I think if you don't like teams frequently shifting, then it's incumbent upon the batters to learn to hit the ball to the part of the field where the shift, where the defense is open. And I totally disagree of getting rid of the shift. You might as well, a pitch clock I could understand. Schmidt made the tackle on Dillon after a gain of 1, but to get rid of the shift that has always been a part of baseball, to me, is just unconscionable. Pitch left, Corey Dillon. My soapbox mode is off. And Dillon with a gain of 9. I forgot to mention it yesterday. A first down for Cincinnati at the 40. But if Vin Scully could do a little ramble when he calls a game, I think so can I. Not the late great. We don't want to wish that yet on Vin Scully, but I always liked Scully. He was great. Sweep for Corey Dillon. And Dillon gains 11. Dahl made the tackle. And that moves the ball to the 49. Dillon is now up to 16 carries and 50 yards. Let me just double check something real fast. Of course, this is also the day that everybody's cutting off the Russians from everything. We're no longer taking oil. Neither is the UK, so the Russian crisis is going to intensify, it appears. 1st and 10 at the 49, and I will not comment on that. Dillon, inside run, 1st and 10, other than to say it's probably going to replace COVID as the crisis because gas prices will go sky high. Baker on the tackle after a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 at the 46. We're going to screen it to Kennebrew, get him involved. 3:23 left in the 3rd. And Kennebrew will get the first down. A possible flag on the play, but the officials are going to pick it up. 1st and 10 at the 39, which I always advocate. Keep the game moving. Sweep left, Corey Dillon, 1st and 10. And Dillon, those early runs starting to pay off. That's a gain of 8. He's at 61 yards. Kennebrew, by the way, 1 carry, 2 yards, 2 catches for 16. Good rugged running back. In fact, on 2nd and 2, You know what I like to do in these situations? I like to go deep. I'd be a terrible opponent for somebody on the internet on Action PC. I never played the game on the internet with anybody. Play action bomb the green on 2nd and 2. See if he can get a deep score. Dumped off to Kennebrew, who weaves his way for a 12-yard gain. Schmidt on the stop. 57 seconds now left in quarter number 3. We'll go to Dillon, and he'll probably get a little bit of a breather here once we change quarters. Sweep to the left side. Double tight end set. And Dillon trapped behind the line for a loss. Porche making the tackle. And the crowd here at Cincinnati voicing their disgust. And that should do it for quarter number 3. No play. We'll change ends. Now Cincinnati will be going into a light wind. They lead 14-10. No scoring in the third. They now have 46 plays, a balance, 23 rushes, 23 passes for 248 yards. Detroit, 38 plays, 215. 27 of their plays have been passes. So to begin the fourth quarter, we're going to screen it. No, we're not. We're going to give a trap right to Kennebrew. Take advantage of that wide open middle. And Kennebrew picking up 9 on his second carry of the day. 11 yards. 3rd and 3. We're going to go double tight, and we're going to go play action. And actually, that's not a good play in this situation. We're going to go inside then, and we are going to go to Kennebrew on an inside run. But he doesn't get the first down yardage. In fact, he got nothing. 4th and 3 at the 12. They will bring in Shane Graham, and the field goal try here will be of 29 yards. He pulled it. He pulled it right. No good. So Detroit with new life, trailing 14-10, 13:34 left in regulation. Lane 14-27 after the hot start early in the game, and now they get the wind at their back. Lane to Johnson for 12. Parrish on the stop for the Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 32. Lane looking for Calvin Johnson. He dropped the pass. Parrish providing good coverage for the Bengals. 2nd and 10 at the 32. Cincinnati 6 and 3. Detroit 5 and 4. They're behind Minnesota, Cleveland, and Chicago. They are all 7 and 2, and we'll have Cleveland and Chicago for you tomorrow. 3rd and 10 at the 32. Two teams tied for the best record in the league, along with San Francisco and Minnesota.
Upon further review, the ball was secured before it hit the ground. The pass is complete. No timeout will be charged.
Detroit making a challenge of a completed pass, and it was successful. So that is Moore making the catch. Moore, how do you like him? 5 catches for 77 yards. 1st and 10 at the 45. Detroit moving a bit. 5th play of the drive. They give it to Jones. 8-yard gain. They've really been using Sanders as a decoy. He only has 3 carries for 10 yards. Jones, 6 for 30. Casanova making the tackle. 2nd and 2 at the Cincy 47. Now they go to Barry Sanders. A gain of 3. Reed on the stop for the Bengals. 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 44. 11:29 left. 7th play of this drive. And Barry off to the races. He picks up 9. His 5th carry. He's now at a total of 22 yards. And it was Atkins making the stop for Cincinnati. It's now 2nd and a yard. Ball at the 35. Detroit moving. And Sanders trapped behind the line by Atkins. A loss of a couple. As a team, Detroit 15 carries, 54 yards, 3.6. Doing better right now than Cincinnati is. 3rd and 3 at the 37. It's Lane in the gun. He throws and he finds Jones again. 5-yard gain. Spikes on the tackle. That is the 6th catch for Jones, so we should profile him. Coming into the game, he had 35 catches for 388. And he had 63 carries for 177. And Do the totals in your head. 1st and 10 at the 32. It's Lane giving it to Jones. He picks up 5. Berge on the stop for the Bengals. Berge, of course, went on and played for the Eagles, too. I think was part of that Super Bowl 15 team. And that's another game you could watch on YouTube. The Cowboys and the Eagles playing on a freezing cold artificial turf at Veterans Stadium. And it was the last game Pat Summerall and Tom Brookshire did together. 2nd and 5 at the 27. It's Lane, and then completion. You see Tony Franklin kicking the ball on a very, very cold day with a bare foot. 3rd and 5 at the 27 after that incompletion. Lane now 17 of 33 for 218, and he'll give it to Jones. A gain of 5, but just short. Detroit, their bench looking it over, and they're going to go 4th and inches at the 22. They're going to try to pick up first down yardage here. 13th play of this drive. And wide open was Herman Moore. Touchdown, Detroit. So Detroit is the new leader of the game at 16-14, with the point after to come by Walker, which he got. So it's 17-14. Cincinnati just needs a field goal to tie, a touchdown to win. And we're down to 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in regulation time. We had a few overtime games as of late, and I don't mind the extra work. Watson back deep for Cincinnati, and this will be a touchback. We'll move it out to the 20. Per the old school NFL rules. We'll go Kennebrew, trap to the right side. Detroit didn't look like they were fooled. They brought 8 in the box. But Kennebrew juked and jived for 12 yards. That's his 4th carry. He's at 23. Now we're going to go play action medium pass, and we're going to look to Hushmanzada, 1st and 10. He's got it, and that's 14 more yards, another first down. Back-to-back first downs for the Bengals, 5:40 to go. Dillon, trap right on 1st and 10. And that is a loss of a yard. Baker making the tackle for Detroit. Looking for win number 6 out of 10. Cincinnati looking for win number 7. And on 2nd and 11, we'll go No, that would not be a good play. We'll go Corey Dillon on the screen. Spit it out, Pauly. 2nd and 11. He's got it. And how far does he get? 4 yards to make it 3rd and 7. We're down to 4:12 left to go. We'll go to Ross, the dependable tight end, on the short hitch. Instead, it goes to Hushmanzada, but only a pickup of 3. 4th and 4 at the 48. 3:31 to go. Each team with 3 timeouts. Cincinnati still has a challenge. And with 3:31 left, I'm going to go for it here. And we are going to look to Green on a short crossing route. The quarterback must pass here, because this is a pass for to stay in the game. And Anderson is back. He finds Green. That's a first down, a pickup of 9. 2:46 left. Now Cincinnati going to the hurry up. They're going to look to Ross and hope he is boss on the short cross. And that's an incomplete pass with 2:26 left. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 39. Cincinnati needing a field goal to tie. Sweep to the right with Corey Dillon in the base formation. Dillon bounces off one defender, gets a first down. Pickup of 12. Steinbach was hurt, but he will stay in the game. He is the left guard. 2:12 left. Ball to 27. And we're going to go play action to Green. And hope for the whole McGilla here. Anderson picking up 11 and a first down. And we reached the 2-minute warning. Don Dahl made his 10th tackle of the day. 1:56 to be exact. Left in the game. It's 17-14 in favor of Detroit. But Cincinnati in the red zone. They are at the 16. We're going to go Dillon, and we're going to look for the screen here on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. Incomplete pass. Anderson on the day, 16 to 29, 208. Both quarterbacks completing a little over half of their passes, as Lane is 18 for 34. And we're going to open things up, and we're going to send Corey Dillon through on an off tackle right. And that loses a yard. So the Bengals will not be in a hurry. They're going to bring 4 wide. At this point in time, you don't really need to use a timeout. We're going to go Pickens on the slant, 3rd and 11 from the 17. That is complete to Collinsworth. Now, on 4th and 1, we are just going to run the clock down to 27 seconds because we don't want to give the Lions a lot of time. 73% chance Graham can hit a field goal from 24 yards out. He missed a short one earlier, but he gets this, and we're dead even at 17 with 24 seconds left in the game. We will kick deep for Watkins, and I hope we can get him. Watkins, a good return for him, 27 yards to the 34. Casanova on the tackle. So we're down to 11 seconds. We're just going to play 3-1 quarter, deep zone, prevent these last 2 plays. Lane looking to throw. Look for more in the corner, and that's batted away. We'll run the play one more time. 3-1 deep zone prevent. Is Lane going to chuck it up? No, he is not. We're down to 4 seconds. These plays are not taking a lot of time. And we'll run the same play, 3-1, deep zone prevent, and get to overtime. And Lane runs up the middle. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Gets down at the 34, a gain of 32. His longest gain of the year, but time ran out. And we will go to overtime with the score tied at 17. Detroit won the toss. They will receive. This is the old school sudden death overtime system. First team to score wins the game. I know it's not fair, but I don't think the current overtime rules the NFL employs are fair. I think each team should get 1 possession and play it out like a normal game. Don't do what they do in college and start everybody at the 25 of the opponent. Watkins back deep. And that's a touchback. So we'll play until somebody scores or until we run out of time. 15 minutes. We have never had a tie, as I was saying yesterday, in HTFL play. Could always be a first time. 1st and 10 at the 20. And Lane is going to screen it to Jones again. No gain. That was his 7th catch of the game for 55 yards. He's had 15 touches, 8 carries for 40. 2nd and 10 at the 20. On a raw day in Cincinnati, just 43 degrees. That's a throw to Sanders, a gain of 12. Nelson made the tackle. A 1st and 10 at the 32. Incomplete, looking for Charlie Sanders. Lane, 20 for 39, 252. 2nd and 10 at the 32. And they were looking for Herman Moore there. Lane was, and that was deflected by Riley, an incompletion. 3rd and 10. That's incomplete, as Cincinnati was playing back. 4th and 10. And Cincinnati will get the ball on a punt, barring something wild. Jones, for Cincinnati, returns at 11. Earl Morrall's punt went 38, so Cincinnati has pretty decent field position at the 41. 13 minutes left in the overtime, and we're tied at 17. Sweep left, Corey Dillon on 1st and 10 at the 41, and Dillon picking up 5. He's up to 74 yards. Now in the same formation, we're going to go play action short, and we're going to look to Bob Trumpy. Called a few Super Bowls. Instead, it was dumped to Dillon. He gains 5. He's got a 1st. That was his 3rd catch for 33 yards. We stay in the double tight formation. We're going to go off tackle right with Dillon. And Dillon picks up 3. 11:24 left in the overtime period. If we play all 15 minutes and nobody has scored, we have a tie game. Screen. It's going to be a wide receiver screen to Hushmanzada on 2nd and 7. and he picks up nothing. Larry makes the stop. 3rd and 7. We'll look to Ross on the short cross. He's got it. And Cincinnati inches closer. That's a gain of 11. They're now at the 35, a 46% chance that they could hit a field goal. By the way, they have the wind advantage for the overtime. We'll go triple tight and trap right with Corey. And he picks up 4. 50-50 chance Graham could hit a field goal here. 2nd and 6. By the way, the 3rd tight end is Rodney Holman. Dive for Corey Dillon on 2nd and 6. And that offensive line just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. A pickup of 5. Field goal percentage odds are now 58%. We're going to go with Kenny Anderson, quarterback dive on 3rd and inches, but he is short. Spielman makes the tackle. So now it's 4th and inches, a 58% chance Graham can win the game for the Bengals. We are 7:26 into overtime. And Graham pulls it. Wide right, no good. Detroit gets it back. 6:54 left. A 17-all tie. Ball to 33 after the missed field goal. Lane gives to Jones. That is a 1-yard gain. Spikes makes the tackle. Hope you all are enjoying this game. 2nd and 9 at the 34. Love these overtime games. Lane threw it to Sanders. Sanders, a gain of 8. Sanders, 6 carries for 20 yards, but he has 3 catches for 62, which is kind of unusual for him. 3rd and inches at the 42. They give it to Berry. He is short. Short of the first down. Dunlap making the tackle. And we're down to 5:17. I will watch for a fake punt here. And we'll fair catch it. And the fair catch was actually a return by Jones, which gained nothing. So a 36-yard punt and net. Down to 4:31 left in overtime. We're going to go Dillon trap right on 1st and 10. Dillon, a 5-yard gain. He's now up to 91 yards. 2nd and 5. I'm going to go play action medium pass to Trumpy. And that's an incompletion. 3rd and 5 with 3:41 left to go. We're going to go Green on a short hitch on 3rd and 5. And he gets it. Keeps the drive alive. A gain of 9. I believe we have a 2-minute warning in overtime. 3:34 left. How about Dillon on a screen here on 1st and 10. He gets it. And Dillon picking up 8. 2nd and 2. Anderson now 22 of 36, 251, 2 touchdowns. We're going to take a shot at the win right here. We're going to go play action bomb to Green. Might as well. And Green appears to be open. He is. Gain of 48. That's his 6th catch. He's at 138 yards. And we'll go to the 2-minute warning. 1st and goal at the 8. I know, baby. I know. Ellie has come to join me for the last 2 minutes of this overtime period. 1st and goal. And we're going to run Anderson, sweep left. And Anderson could not turn the corner. A loss of a yard. Porsche on the stop. We're going to let the clock roll. Dillon on a dive. 2nd and goal from the 9. He gains 4. 3rd and 5. 3rd and goal at the 5. 1:08. And I am going to call timeout with 29 seconds left in overtime. Now, Graham has a 99% chance of hitting this field goal from 22. And this will be... Cincinnati has pretty much assured themselves of at least of a tie here. But they could win it. And I'm going to kick on 3rd down, which is what you do sometimes. It's good. Cincinnati wins. 20-17. And we went 14 minutes. Let me give you the official time here. 14 minutes, 35 seconds. And Graham decided the game. He kicked the field goal to tie, and he kicked the field goal to win. Anderson, the MVP. Team stats coming your way now. Cincinnati gained 436 yards, went to the red zone 4 times, and only got 2 field goals out of it because Graham missed a couple. Detroit was perfect in the red zone, albeit with 1 field goal, 348. They ran 62 plays. Cincinnati ran 75. Cincinnati held the ball 45 minutes and 7 seconds out of 74-35. Top passer was Anderson, 23 of 37, 299, 2 touchdowns. Leading rusher was Dillon, 28 for 95. Jones caught the most passes, 7 for 55, but your yardage leader was A.J. Green, 6 for 136. And as always, I like to look and see who the leading tackler was. It was Don Dahl for Detroit with 11. So back-to-back overtime games here on the Big Pauly's World of Sports Sim channel, covering the HTFL season number 2. And I'm going to come on for just a moment. I hope you enjoyed the game. And but like I said, we had back-to-back overtime games, which hasn't happened too many times in the HTFL if it's happened once. Tomorrow we have a very big game coming at you, Cleveland and Chicago, the Browns and the Bears, and that will be for a share of the best record in the HTFL. We got 4 teams tied at 7-2 right now, 3 of them in the North Division, Chicago, Minnesota, and Cleveland. So I hope you enjoyed today's presentation. This has been Big Pauly coming to you, wishing you well. Godspeed and God bless. And we're going to do it all again tomorrow, Lord willing, and if the creek doesn't rise. Bye-bye for now, everybody.